So let's just leave that for the moment and come back to our two guests who've been with us throughout the morning. You could hear the reaction from some of the families there. Carl Dinnan standing outside saying that it's nothing short of devastating. Your initial thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely devastating for Tony Blair and all those involved in that decision. He wanted his war, he got his war. He decided early on he was going to war, and then he rushed at the end before...
In July 2002, Tony Blair wrote to George Bush, "I will be with you whatever."
Yeah, before MPs had voted, before the public had properly debated, before the Cabinet had considered it. And a lot of the evidence was exaggerated or fabricated. The legal action was very flimsy at best. In fact, the early legal advice was, you can't justify this. So they got new legal advice to justify going.
Hannah, it wasn't a whitewash.
No, it wasn't a whitewash. As devastating as it is for Tony Blair, I'm finding it very difficult to listen to that for the families of the deceased soldiers, for the many veterans and for myself that were sent there, and it was all for what?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's who it's devastating for, not for Tony Blair.
Have you heard from any of the families this morning? Have you spoken to anyone?
Not yet, no.
Just finally, both political parties at the moment are in turmoil.
Yeah.
So we don't really know who's going to be leading either one of them. So does this make any difference to the ongoing process that's happening at the moment in Parliament?
I think it adds to the confusion. It goes into the mix. But we have a Prime Minister, David Cameron, who is leaving. He voted for the war. Theresa May, the Home Secretary, who's the favourite to replace him, she voted for the war. Jeremy Corbyn might be toppled within Labour. He was against the war. He can, I think, stand up today and say, look, I was right. But it's true.
But it was a Labour Prime Minister that...
It was. It was Tony Blair's war. Unquestionably, it was Tony Blair's war. Because it might be devastating for him. But more importantly, it's devastating for people like Hannah, who was injured, fighting, sent on this war, which was a fool's errand. It was a folly to do it, and he hadn't exhausted peace. It's devastating for all those who died, for their families, and it's ongoing. It's not ended. It might have happened 13 years ago, but we're living with the consequences now.
Thank you both.
Thank you very much.